For the second time in as many days, a motorcade cutting through the Palm Beach traffic. Because after Zelensky came Netanyahu. For different reasons, they both need President Trump, and neither is quite sure they have him. If Netanyahu's choice of red tie was intentional, trademark Trump, well, it appeared to work. The president noticed. There is no question that these two have reshaped the Middle East this past year. But there is a question over what next and what it means for Iran, for Lebanon, for Syria and for Gaza, where the ceasefire remains so fragile and stuck on phase one.
Well, we talked about Hamas and we talked about disarmament, and they're going to be given a very short period of time to disarm, and we'll see how that works out. Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner will be in charge of that from our side, but if they don't disarm, as they agreed to do, they agreed to it, and then they'll be held to pay for them. And we don't want that.
The body of one hostage remains inside Gaza too, 24-year-old Israeli policeman Ran Gavili. His parents accompanied Netanyahu to Mar-a-Lago. Israel says phase two of the ceasefire, borders open, reconstruction, military withdrawal, none of that will happen until he's home and Hamas disarms. Netanyahu said almost nothing in this free-flowing news conference.
I have to say that, in addition to what I said, that we've never had a friend, even close a friend, as President Trump in the White House. I think he's been extraordinary in his friendship and his support for Israel, his principled positions, his willingness to just cut through and get to the essence of things.
But then he didn't come here to speak. Yes, he does want Trump to focus on Iranian and Hezbollah rearmament, but he also came here for himself, ahead of a year when he hopes to be pardoned by the Israeli president for his corruption trial, and he hopes to be re-elected. So he came here for comments like this.
He's a wartime prime minister who's a hero. How do you not give a pardon? You know, I think it's a very hard thing not to do it. I spoke to the president, and it's on, I mean, he tells me it's on its way. Mr. President, can't do better than that.
For what it's worth, there's nothing normal about an American president telling an Israeli president that he should pardon the country's prime minister. In Gaza, this is what President Trump's ceasefire looks like. With terrible weather, aid and shelter is desperately needed. The border remains closed and the Israeli military ever present.
I'm just looking at what your defense minister said. Israel Katz said, we are deep inside Gaza and we will never leave Gaza. That doesn't sound like you're holding up your end of the commitment.
We are actually holding up to our end of the agreement.
Well, you're not if you never leave Gaza.
The government is led by the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister speaks on behalf of the government. And the government have made clear that we are committed to President Trump's 20-point plan. But key to that plan is Hamas being disarmed.
And so broadly, it does feel like Netanyahu got what he came for here. He got Trump to say that it's all Hamas, not Israel, that's holding up progress on Gaza. He got Trump to say that he would hit Iran again if it rearms. And he got Trump to heap praise on him. Intriguingly, though, on settler violence and Israeli construction in the West Bank, there was divergence. Trump concerned about that, and that's significant. And so another convoy rolls on, the conclusion of another day of Trump's Floridian diplomacy. Mark Stone.